tired and I just want to feel better. So I know that testosterone injections are not a one and done solution, but man, I'm exhausted. Maybe not mentally exhausted as I have been in the past, as mentally exhausted, but I'm still pretty tired. So there has not been an improvement after, you know, a week and I hung up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. So obviously there's not going to be any effects from T injections at what? This is a week and 5 days. At least not for me. Maybe some people are different and you notice it instantly. None of the data supports that. But maybe you're different. For me, no. I don't notice any kind of significant difference. The only thing that I notice is that I am still tired. I felt as though I had a little bit more energy. I'm not going to lie. But I think that's just due to, well, the weather. Being extremely zapped right now because the heat. It's currently 99 degrees. It's hot. So I feel like that's kind of what's also weighing me down a little bit. Making sure to stay hydrated, all that good jazz. But one thing that I am noticing, one moment. If you hear that noise, that's me declining a lowball offer. So, one thing that I am noticing, and I'm going to record data for this on Wednesday on my next injection because I have no data. I didn't think it was important. I mean, not that I didn't think it was unimportant. I didn't think that there would be a marked result so soon. So I did notice an increase in dream recall and intensity. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say it was about a 4, maybe a 3. Definitely not something that going from 0, knowing that I had really good dream recall and still being able to remember dreams from my childhood, really. I know what a 10 is. I know what being completely lucid and having that perfect dream recall is. And I know what a normal, everyday kind of a dream that you have. It's neat, and then you forget it. I know a 0 and I know a 10. So these are about a 3. And it's interesting because I do actually still, even now at 4:39, I still remember events from the dream pretty clearly, which is kind of cool. And not only do I remember the dreams, I kind of remember the emotional feeling that went with them in the dream, which is something that I haven't had that connection in a while. That could be because of the combination of GABA as well as, one moment, $1 a mile is good, but not whenever it's 11 miles out and you're going to put me out of my area. Sorry, those cuts are going to be kind of hard. So the GABA 750 that I've been taking every night has been improving my recall just a little bit. Like, it's still putting me at it makes it so that if I feel as though I am dreaming, like I do remember them, but sometimes they're so scattered and like they are fleeting whenever I wake up, they're gone. Whereas now, over this past week, it seems as though I can participate a little bit, but it's still not. I'm still watching a very dim movie. So I don't know if it's the accumulation of taking GABA or it was because of the T injection that kind of increased that feeling of tacking emotions onto the dream as well. Because I'm sure, you've all had dreams where they're just dreams. And then you've had these dreams where you wake up and you feel drained because of what's happened, or you feel energized because of the content of the dream. I haven't had, there's been no emotional attachment to any dream that I've had in years. And to have that come back is kind of neat, because it lets me know that that's not, I didn't lose that. Like, it's not that I didn't lose it, it's that it's not walled off from me. It's still available. It's just that, well, things were out of balance. So that's cool. I'm paying close attention to it. This week, I'm going to really document it more diligently. I'm documenting other things that are going on with my body, but dreams and the recall and how that's being affected by the T injection is not, I didn't do it. Which I can go back and write about all this. It's kind of why I'm making these videos. So if I forget, I can say, well, at least I did mention it here, and it was day number whatever. Because I think it is important. I think that there are people that are noticing a correlation between the intensity of dreams and testosterone, and I think maybe that could be an indicator on, one of the many indicators that someone is maybe in cognitive decline based on their ability to produce testosterone. So, I don't know. I think that there could be something there. Again, I've noticed a lot. The only people that have been reporting this, there's a few videos online from individuals that are female to male, and they're taking high doses of T regularly, and they notice that there has been a huge increase in dream recall and just the vividness of those dreams. But again, no real scientific studies have been done. It's only anecdotal from everyone, which kind of sucks because dreams are incredibly important for your health. Just read the Tibetan Book of the Dead and you'll understand exactly why dreams are so important. So that's kind of cool. I've noticed that. The lower extremities, like from the hip down, the weird kind of ache that I had, I'm not sure if, I guess it was just something that I was doing. Maybe some way that I was sitting. Haven't had any issues. Those are gone. The cyst that popped up, which correlated around the time that I did my first injection, that's still there, alive and thriving. Size hasn't increased, but it's still there. So I'm keeping an eye on that. I'm keeping a very close watch on that and making sure that the size doesn't get any bigger or anything like that. That could be something due to hormone imbalance as well. Whether or not T injection caused that within a week, I don't know, but I do know that hormone imbalances will cause cysts within the body. So that's something that's why I'm documenting it. Because if we're messing with hormones and things that kind of happen when there's a hormone imbalance pop up, then not to say that it caused it, but there's a good chance that the two could be connected. So just making sure that on my next injection, I don't notice any more cysts anywhere. So the dream recall, that, and in other fascinating news, I have my evisceration scheduled for August 28th. So August 28th, they're going to go in, remove my left eye, that one, and give me a nice semi-empty socket. They replace it with a little ball, basically, and that'll be connected to the muscles in my eye, so it'll still move properly, but there won't be a colored part of the eye there. It's smaller. And then in about 6 weeks, I'll see an ocularist and they'll give me a implant to go over it, a prosthesis. So you've got the implant in the back and then the prosthesis that goes over it. I think that's the correct terminology. So that's going to be a long process as well. And after the surgery, I'll have my post-op appointment a day after my birthday. So it's going to be a lot of trips coming up that I don't really want to make, but that time has come and it has to be done because I'm tired of being in pain every day. Every single day is eye pain. And while it's not as bad as having a really bad toothache, I've had those before. It's a dull pain that doesn't go away. It's a pain of about maybe if hitting your shin is about like a 8, I'd say that this is right around I'd say this is about a 5. It's pain. Like it's not so painful most days that it causes me to, you know, be in agony, but it's a constant nagging pain that's there all day, from the time that I wake up to the time that I go to sleep. So it'll be nice to finally rectify that problem. It's going to be awkward. It's going to be odd. But to not be in pain will be, I don't even know. I've had this pain for years now. So it'll be interesting to have it gone. I think that would really conclude this whole video. Covered everything. So this week is going to be a lot more focused on, well, starting Wednesday, this week is going to be really focused on recording the data on Dream Recall as it relates to testosterone injections. And I have to make sure, again, I'll make sure to list all my other supplements and all that good stuff, so that, again, it's going to be anecdotal evidence, but at least I can have notes for myself and I can say, hey, this is what I've noticed. Yes, it's anecdotal, but maybe you'll notice something like this too. Because I like data. I like recording things, and I like being able to graph it out, and like being able to say, hey, look, this is what it looks like over the broad scope of, say, like a year. So, yep, that's it. I guess that's where we leave the video.